for a spot on the NEMPR, and then he got there, and he's really good. But you know, I'm hoping to see him seemingly overcome, you know, maybe what might be a mental hurdle, because he's really good.
Well, top player Yasu ordinarily, you know, ranked and a much higher seed in tournaments nowadays. Not going to have any issue with that against Lint. Lint's definitely just a high caliber player. And he's
absolutely,
without a doubt, ranked higher than Yasu on our PR. So I hope Yasu pulls together his confidence, knowing that he's the underdog here.
In the state of Connecticut, which is one of the strongest states in all of New England, probably the strongest currently, he's a clear number 2 behind only Slocks. So Lint, definitely the real deal. I mean, he's a sponsored player, you know, by makeshift. And it's not like most of the players competing here are sponsored.
Yeah, you know, a lot of New England players just don't have the time or the money just to get out there. And although we do have quality players, a lot of them unfortunately don't have that exposure to get sponsored. But it's nice to see Lint, some other players as well, getting some sponsorships. New England really out there right now.
Yeah, and Lint's up throw fair netted a bunch of damage. Then he had a nice fade back aerial after some aerial shine pressure. Baited out the shield grab, and Yasu got punished for it. Yasu kind of getting steamrolled, but this is only the beginning of game 1. A lot of time for adaptation in a best of 5.
Yeah, it's nice that these pools are best of 5 because with such high quality players facing off, you could find some bad matchups, and so the best of 5 does. It's a little bit redeeming for these players, you know. You get to see a lot more matchups and a lot more chemistry between these players.
Yeah.
But dang, like you said, Lint's just really popping off. I mean, he's comboing well with these down airs, juggling Yasu up and down, and it's just punishing to see Yasu almost on his last stock here.
Right. Oh, wow.
And he made it through the counter. I mean, you really don't see some of these stuff. Lint's just staying fast and in Yasu's face, and you just can't recover.
The whole interaction with the clang of the like the F smash and it might have been a ledge get up attack. I can't remember. It was an interesting couple seconds.
Yeah, I saw the counter and I didn't see Lint go flying. I mean, it's interesting pressure.
Yeah, counter is such a cock tease as a Marth player. Honestly, I'm not even kidding. Like, because it doesn't come out as fast as you would want. B, sometimes you counter and they do a move, so it's like, all right, that should have worked, but they like don't get hit by it. You're still in a little bit of cooldown. It's a frustrating like move to have in your arsenal.
Right.
It can net you stocks at times, but it can also just get you bodied at times.
The payoff is almost too enticing that you want to go for it. That you just know that it's not quite the high quality move that it should be. Wow. The conversion from Yasu, getting that fair fade off the platform, catching the side B, and getting the edge guard opportunity.
Oh, wow.
A dropped opportunity. This could net an opportunity for Yasu to pull it back.
Yeah, I mean, one grab near the ledge, one like tech chase. Lint was definitely going for kind of like a suicide dare-esque.
That's it.
But so avoids catastrophe after missing his suicide setup.
Utilizing his low-risk neutral options, but still with high knockback. The back air, a great tool for dealing with Marth at high percents.
Yeah.
You don't really need much setup for that killing part.
Looks like a quick decision of going to FD for Yasu. But this stage against Falco, I don't know, when you look at the majority of Marths against Spaceys, I think Falcos tend to have a little bit more success here than Fox. Obviously the laser can be a strong tool in neutral. The Marth has power shield available, as we just saw right there, but it doesn't always net you a true opening. I mean, you might bounce a laser back at them, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to set up a punish off of that. And I'd say more often than not, the Falco kind of secures themselves an opening off the laser more than the Marth secures an opening off the power shield from the laser.
Right, and I agree with you, Makari. I think that the frontal kind of neutral openings gives Falco a lot more area of influence across the stage. He can play it a lot more passively and net a lot more percent over time. The Marth really has to play aggressively if the Falco plays passively, and vice versa.
Right.
Falco really actually has full control in the neutral if he chooses to utilize that, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. And like, Marth players don't want to use shield too much. I mean, Marth's movement is one of the best. He's got a great dash dance. His grab range is great. His like rising fair, amazing. Some Marths struggle with being in shield a little too much. And when shield is your tool for power shielding, I don't know, it's like you're behooved to shield at times, but then if they move around and laser in a way that you're not necessarily prepared for, it can actually be a detriment for you.
But yeah, if you pull the trigger too early, it's very punishing. Falco has just so much safe shield pressure opportunities that as long as Lint can play this passively on Yasu while he's defending in the corner, he's going to net some opportunities.
I really like the shine grab from Lint.
Double down air.
The end of dare connecting there. Very active hitboxes.
And you're going to see Yasu have a little bit of trouble trying to close out this. Ooh, Falco stock unless he knocks him off the stage, of course.
Oh, here, this is a big opportunity. Oh, wow. Nice. Very low % kill, and just like that, we have a tight battle.
Yeah, I really like that use of jab. A lot of Falco players would expect a forward smash or a down tilt, and so Lint's DI not exactly.
Wow. Unfortunate for Yasu there because he had a really good opportunity. Tried to grab the ledge, but Lint's side B quick enough where Yasu had not yet gained invincibility from the ledge.
Right, and it very emotional first two games. It almost seemed like Lint had full control, yet made a few crucial mistakes in each game to make it almost even for Yasu, or an opportunity at least.
For real,
so,
yeah.
A very heartbreaking first two games for Yasu. Let's see if he can actually pull his back, because he showed that he can actually swing with Lint right now.
Right. At the very least, he's been like neck and neck at the end of the game, even though Lint has had control for like 99% of the time of the first two games.
Yasu's just doing such a much better job of zoning out Lint and using his hitboxes to keep him at the edge of a sword. Lint just not able to get as many open opportunities as he used to.
He mistimed his fair there. Yasu wanted an up throw to reverse fair to then set up an edge guard, or you can reverse fair and then back air to knock them further away. Obviously, you can reverse Ken combo, but he mistimed. He didn't even hit the reverse fair, but does end up taking the stock first.
Yeah, I want to say that it was a little weird for both players. Lint definitely unhappy with losing that first stock, and Yasu a little nervous. I feel like, you know, he gave that ledge back to Lint and let him come back. And, I mean, just a little bit of tentativeness from Yasu. Although he's doing well, and he's feeling the pressure.
For sure. Again, Lint not the underdog between these two. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense if Yasu's a little just on edge, I guess. Down 0-2.
Lint with a great dash down air out of the corner opens a Yasu up, thinking he has control.
There's been a lot of forward airs that Lint has gotten a lot of % off of up throw mostly, and I don't know. Like, will we see it again? We see it again there, and I wonder if maybe some SDI or just better DI,
mixing it up just slightly,
you know, can help Yasu mitigate the damage that he's taking off of that. Because that's been a pretty consistent option that Lint has chosen.
Right, and it's usually an option up throw, at least, that Falco has a hard time converting off of. So when Falco does, it could mean some decent percentage and some decent combos for the Falco, and that could be punishing for a Marth player.
Big time. The closer they get the Marth to all right, I can just edge guard, and then you'll land on stage with lag, and then I get the mix-up where I either back air or down air you, and you have to guess correctly, and if you guess wrong, you're dead. Like, I don't know, the damage is pretty important.
But Lint is doing a great job of just zoning Yasu out. He used that nice shine nair to just keep his high % and keep the knockdown going.
All right, so there was kind of a wash, rinse, repeat scenario that happened there, and Yasu up throw, up tilted, but just not perfectly, because it was a way that kind of let Lint get back to neutral, where Yasu had a good opportunity to even up the stocks. I think he got punished for trying to shield grab again. Double down air into a shine.
Yeah, and we saw that counter come out from Yasu. He ate almost 40. Whoa! Turnaround situation. He gets the dare coming down on Lint. Thinks he has that nice %.
But Lint knew he could afford to be a little reckless there, up a stock and up so much %.
But here's that scenario I was talking about. Shut me up, Lint. I was trying to say that's the scenario I was talking about before, where Lint just makes a crucial mistake and makes it almost a game. Obviously, Yasu has to convert, but
I mean,
close.
I guess hindsight is 20/20.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is like, is it truly a mistake if he still has the advantage?
Such a lead,
and you know, still 3-0s him.
It was convincing. It was convincing.
So like, potentially mistakes had the set gone a little differently, you know, at times, but manages to come out on top. The first two games especially, I'd say he opened the door for Yasu. In that third game, the door was open, but he didn't open the door for him as quite as much as it felt like for the first two games.
I felt that tentativeness out in Yasu a lot. Definitely trying to mix it up a little too much. Didn't have like too much of a solid fallback plan once Lint started opening them up at the beginning. He definitely mixed in some good stuff there, but Lint just convincingly won the set over him.
Yeah.
It was good stuff, though.
Yeah, again, just good punish game. And not that his neutral's bad, but definitely a strong Falco player.
I kind of wanted to see a different stage other than FD in the counter picks. Definitely would have been interesting to see some platforms involved.
I'm going to repeat, like that one sequence where it was multiple air dodge recoveries from Lint on the right, by the right ledge, and Yasu would re-grab. It gets to a point where, like, if a player double jump air dodges as their recovery, if you know that's coming and you just wave dash back tipper, or even if you don't get the tipper, if it's timed well enough that you punish the vulnerable frames and they haven't regained their resources yet, at that point the Falco will end up below the ledge, barring some insane DI where they can get out of hit stun and like side B to still sweet spot side B the ledge. Grabbing as your punish on their air dodge, I mean, it gives them their double jump back, and it's a little suboptimal, I feel like.
That's a good point. He really wasn't
it's like
trying to diminish his options as he's recovering. He just kind of kept recycling the same scenario over again rather than edging away at
because I don't know,
at Lint's resources. That honestly double jump as Falco is probably one of the best, the only thing that lets us Falco survive. If Falco is already double jumped, it's very obvious as to whether they can side B or up B now.
Right.
So it's a lot easier to kill. That double jump is so high and so quick that Lint just utilized it very well, and Yasu, like you said, did not convert on a lot of opportunities that he could have.
I'd say with Marth, even a like delayed nair, I mean, you could just short hop, and then when you're around the apex of your short hop, if you nair, you don't even have to L cancel if you don't fast fall. It's just an auto cancel nair, and like you have time to kind of react. I mean, I wouldn't say the best call in that situation is to react to the air dodge. I like to try and read it, but because it gets a little obvious sometimes when, I mean, there's only so many options that a Falco has in that situation, and he did the air dodge multiple times in a row. And Yasu could have tied up the game, and then at that point, it's like, all right, Marth, Falco, FD, last stock each, anything can happen.
But who plays like the neutral and the punish better at this point.
Lint tacked on a little bit more damage, so then when he got down there and lost his second to last stock, and then it was last stock each, Yasu was at pretty high percent.
Yeah, it's like 100.
And he needed to hit like a Mewtwo King-esque, like, you know, chain grab punish game kind of thing to secure the game. And I don't know, whether it's a nair, whether it's a forward smash, or whether it's, I hesitate to say fair, because fair's knockback is not great, and if you land the tipper, then it's like almost helping them in that situation if they double jump air dodge, because that's not going to knock them as horizontally. You know, the tipper fair almost like kind of hits like up and away, but I don't know. You gotta get the